Hey everyone, welcome to this very colorful and lively session with me at Knowledge is Fun 2020. Today we are going to discuss about design for fabric and apparel. Isn't it going to be interesting and of double interest to you all? It is a colorful and a frivolous journey from here. We'll be dealing with the concepts of design, elements of design, application of design principles for both fabric and the apparel. I think I can see all of you reflected in the pictures given on the cover page. So, it's not just fashion but textiles also. So, let's begin with the journey to the colorful and interesting world of fashion. When we begin with the Unit 4, that is fabric and apparel, I assume that you are already familiar with these topics like the traditional textiles of India, the various functions of clothes, be it a party, a wedding, any function, and it's incomplete without clothes. Furnishings. Can you imagine any house here, furniture without clothes? Also, the fabrics. This is an important part of fashion, and nowadays, a new thing has been there on the horizon of fashion, that is masks. You find all variety of masks in the market. So, fashion is evolutionary, it's always changing, and an integral part of our lives. First, we have to deal with design. Every fashion, every creativity begins with a design. But what is design? Design is the human power to conceive, plan, and realize products that serve human beings in the accomplishment of any individual or for any collective purpose. Though you can understand it clearly by this mind diagram, it is the power of human beings to conceive, plan, and realize any product, any creativity to accomplish the purpose which was in mind. So, if you create something which is very nice but of no use, then the design is not good. When we talk about design, the next concept is the analysis of design. When I talk of analysis, I just said that any design which is of no use is not a good design. So, design is basically an arrangement according to a plan for creation of a desired object. So, designing is basically done before you have the object, and design analysis, it goes a step further than the functional part. It includes the result which gives the aesthetic satisfaction, if it is of use or of no use. For example, I'll just talk about design in these chairs. If you look at these three chairs, do you think this chair is comfortable and serves the purpose? Or the red one? I don't think you'll ever plan to think of some such chairs. So, a design analysis shows a design which is of use and serves the purpose, which is the one with yellow chair. Design analysis or any design for that purpose is of two kinds. The first is structural and the second is applied. Aren't these figures attracting you? I'm sure they are. But the concept behind these designs is what we are going to deal with in the next slide. First, we'll talk of structural designs. First, we'll read it and then understand it with the pictures. It depends on the form and not ornamentation. Is that clear? It's all about the form of the garment. It is more important than the applied design. Obviously, because applied design is over the garment. It can modify the figure of the person who's wearing it, and it is an integral part of the design which cannot be separated from the design or the original garment. The examples are seams, collars, pockets, the texture of the fabric. Can you eliminate it? Now look at these pictures to understand it better. The red garment, this one, first let's take this. the collars, the stripes, the cut. These are all an integral part of a garment. Can you just take it out of the garment without destroying the garment? No. And because you can't take it out, so it is a structural design. Now, if we talk of the second one, these frills, this adornment, it can be taken out. So, this is not a structural design because structural design is an integral part which cannot be separated. It is the form. So, the frills which are here, the bodice which is attached to the bodice, it is the structural form. The last frill, it is also a structural design. So seams, collar, these are all structural designs. I hope it is clear. Now we'll do the applied design. It can be both on the garment or on the fabric. Applied design is superimposed on the basic structure of the garment. It is the surface enrichment. It is only on the surface. Remember it, it's not part of the form. Any line, color, or material which is applied to the structural design or over the structural design is the applied design. It makes the structure impressive and it adds luxury, purpose, and decor. The more applied design is, the higher or more expensive is the fabric. For example, here in this shawl or whatever garment it would be, the embroidery. If you take out the embroidery, the garment is not destroyed. It's over the structure or the fabric of the garment. This is applied design. In the second figure also, all these adornments, these are all the embellishments which are over the garment, over the fabric. So these are all applied designs. The examples are unusual buttons, not the normal fasteners, belts, buckles, constructive collars which are more decorative, applique work, printing, embroidery, quilting, painting, any kind of trimmings which are attached to the garment. So this is applied design. Now let us quickly also understand the difference between the two. Applied design and the structural design in fabric. First we discuss both the designs in fabric, that is the cloth. It includes the finishes, dyeing and printing, embroidery, needle and fancy work. This is applied design. And structural design, it's the basic processes, for example, mercerization, calendaring. These finishes are the structural designs. The type of fiber or the yarn which you are using. You can make use of decorative yarns and fibers. The variation of weaving, knitting, etc. You have already done in class 11 the various kinds of weaves: simple weave, rib weave, basket weave, dobby, jacquard. I hope you are able to recall some of them. The fibers also you had done some of them like snub yarn, uh, knot yarn. So you can make use of different types of fibers or yarns, and it is a structural design. Stages at which the color is added. If this is the type of garment, the color is added to the fibers or to the yarn, or the color is applied after the fabric is made. When you are talking about the garments, the trills, trims, notions, decorative fasteners, these are all applied designs. And in a dress, the basic cut or the silhouette, for example, this waistline, the stitching here, the stitching for the sleeves, V-neck, these are all the structural designs. Now, when you are talking of structural designs, the purpose is whenever you are making a design, you have to keep in mind the purpose for which the garment or the fabric is being used. For example, if it is a towel, the function has to be different from that of a duster or a curtain or a bed sheet, or for a decorative piece of fabric. Then it is the appearance, whether it is to be worn on a formal occasion, for an informal occasion. Do you want it to shine? What kind of appearance you want it to have, a formal or an informal? The proportion, this is very important. If you have this joint somewhere here at the hip, would the dress be interesting? No. So proportion has to be kept in mind while talking about structural design and the fabric. Not all kinds of designs suit all fabrics. While in an applied design, you have to keep in mind the moderate, it should be in moderation and at structural points. A garment which you making use of excessive applied design is generally overdone. It also serves the purpose to strengthen the shape. For example, you can see this. This lady, the garment comes out very exclusive because of the adornments. Sufficient background should be given. See, the first of all you can see the black kurta or the dress and the red bottom. Then, because you have sufficient background, the lace or the embroidery it comes up. Then the material on which you are applying, whatever design is applied, it should be in accordance to the fabric. It should add importance and charm to the original structural design of the fabric or the garment. I hope that the topic is clear. It was a very simple topic and it was just to create an interest and the basic foundation for the coming chapters, which will be on the principles of design and the elements of design in the next one. Now, I have a small exercise for you. This is a doll, you can all see. Now, I have given you 5 arrows. Please identify and give it to me right now in the comment box that are these structural designs or applied designs. If you can find any other parts where the structural and applied designs are used, you can always add it. But right now, just go to the comment box and give me the answers. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this little video interesting. If you have liked it, then do press the like button, and if you have disliked it, do tell me the reason. Share with your friends who are interested. If you like it, do subscribe and don't forget to press the notification bell so that my videos reach you at the earliest, and don't forget to comment. See you in the next video with the elements and principles of design. By the way, if you are interested in such puzzles and quizzes, you can go over to my Instagram handle or the Facebook group. The description is given below. Thank you for watching. Good day.